How was I blanking on where fishing is? There's no point to even worry about that one. There's a none. It's too far out. Really sucks because I could have gotten to 72 then. Actually do this. Oh, I broke it. There we go, that works. Fishing, why do you have to be 10,000? Couldn't it just be like 5,000? The crazy thing is, it's not bad. I mean, when you macro it, it's kind of a pain, but like, it's just so much. It's just gonna take so long. That's the issue. But if you get in a comfortable rhythm, then it's not that bad. The only like really hard achievement is going to be presence, and honestly, unless you're exploiting, you're probably not going to get the second or third tier done. And if you do legitimately, then like more power to you, because dear goodness, that'd be so much server hopping in dead servers. $87,000. I need to give potions to my alt that has the glitter rings. $87,000. $630. Kind of curious how many I can get manually done in 10. I can calculate it. We'll see here shortly. I do like, though, that they changed fishing, because the whole interactive game they had before was just a pain. And you can macro it, too. It's like I said, though, there's just so much variation to it. It's not like... You can macro anything in this game, for the most part, besides, like, probably Stairway to Heaven, in reality. But you can pretty much get it to work by closing menu, remembering locations and everything like that. That's funny. Yeah, I'm alternating fishing. That's why we have a timer. So I don't want to resort to server hopping yet. So we're going to fish for 10 minutes, break the 4 chests that reset, see if there's any gifts, and then reset it again. It's like the best way to do it right now. The one that worries me, and I can get up to 72 points, is gifts, and I don't know if I want to do it. Like, I don't know if I want to put myself through that hell. Because, honestly, I don't think you were in here for it, but unless you're either, like, a truly hardcore grinder, or you're going to just exploit, you're probably not going to get that done. And it's not like a macro exploiting. You would actually have to exploit because the gifts are random. And you have to shoot them. I might be content with just sitting at 71, though. I kind of slept on the daycare. That's my fault. I could potentially finish the daycare if I, like, really, really went at it, but I don't see a point to do that either. Because the daycare and vending machines, it's like once you get to the point where you're 3rd rebirth, you don't buy anything out of the vending machines because it's worthless. It's like even if you take super drops out of the equation, there's just no point to do it. I'm honestly surprised that my vending machine is on the last tier. But I mean, I used to grind it heavily. And then, like, update 4, I stopped doing it because I just didn't see a point. I got my first poop. Wow. Alright, 957. 96,000. See if I can get this down to a rhythm. Oasis. Oh yeah, these reset every hour, so that's not really to be worried about. But we do need to go here. We don't need these items. Oh, there's so much to remember in this game. Every 6, you got to do that. That's a pretty fast rotation. This one's actually worth it, though, to get the drops. They're pretty good. Palm Beach, Tiki, Pirate Cove. Oh, yeah, Pirate Tavern. On the plus side, we're only going to be here for a little bit while longer. Oh my gosh. So, Master, if you're still here, I'm to the point now where I want to start working on a second team for my alt, and I'm just sitting here like, do I really need to invest that much? I don't know. I've really been thinking about it. I slept on Glittering for so long, worried they were going to nerf it. And even if they nerf it, I had a really good Saturday. I made like 400 million profit by flipping stuff. I'm not at that level yet where I want to flip like really high tier pets. But 400 million was still good into Saturday night. The first team is completely done though. I don't know if I want to push the alt up that high and get it all huge pets with double Glittering. I think it'll be worth it, but it's also like another insane investment that I really don't think I want to take. The one thing that's also getting harder, it's getting harder to find huges without charms. I'm kind of upset because one of the guys who has the fishing ult had Poseidon Corgis, which, you know, I love Poseidon Corgis. He had those ones for sale in the plaza last night. And he had like earlier. He had like 15 of them. And they were all base, and they were all wrap price. Which is good. You know, 17 million for a huge with no charms. That's golden. I'm not going to complain about that. Alright, we can finally do this now. Where the heck is it? But, yeah. I made a big purchase, like, right before that. So I didn't have enough to grab it. And then I picked up 2 Cupid Corgis for a pretty good price, too. They were 500k below wrap, and both of them had 3 slots. But for that price, I could have gotten 3 Poseidon Corgis. I don't know, you kind of get to that point where you have to look at it and think about, in the long run, what you're going to do with your teams. Like, there's a few on it, like the Safari Dog I picked up. I probably won't keep that long term because that's something that I can... No, sorry, Safari Cat. That's something that I can flip and sell later. 187. Wow. I forgot to check how much I got. Hold on 1 second. Oh, I can't check it in here, can I? Achievements. 93? That's really good. That's actually more than what I thought. Hell. 10,000 plus this. You could probably get this done in like... maybe... 95. You could probably get it done in like 12 hours and you wouldn't even have to AFK at all overnight. More if you don't commit to doing the chest every 10 minutes. there's still 10 days left. Literally put an hour into it every single day. That'll be enough. We'll see. That's a good question. So, I mean, you can tell the devs and like actually like being around them and listening to them at times. Not listening to them at times, but like they actually like talk in Discord and everything. You can tell that they're really trying to listen compared to other games where, you know, they just do whatever the hell they want. Like the first battle was really pay to win. The second one, it kind of was pay to win. The third one, even though, yeah, it was, in a sense, the people who had more pets and everything had a better advantage, it was really free to play. And this one is the same thing, too, minus spying. I think that something along that lines would be pretty cool. Let's see. Maybe they could do something like a smaller, quicker one for, like, grinding. Like, break the lucky blocks or all that. That'd be really cool, actually. Or do kind of like what other games do and give us a community challenge instead, where you have to break X amount of lucky blocks in a certain amount of time. I really hope it's something along that lines, though. Compared to, like, just being something else that's, you know, like... Gosh darn it. I don't know. I don't want to hatch until they fix magnet flags. They freaking broke the magnet flag, and it's so irritating. It's like super drops are not as good anymore because, you know, a lot more people have it, and the prices of items are actually, like, stabilizing where they should be compared to huges, which just keep inflating. But items are great because in the next update, all of the items that we have that we've been saving, the tier 7s and the tier 6 potions and everything like that, we can take them and change them. I don't know. I really hope that if we get a next clan battle, it's going to be something related to, like, breaking a certain amount of breakables or doing a special event or completing X mini games this many times. Or, you know, maybe something like they add in a bigger chest like there is in Area 95. That one has a decent amount of HP. Maybe add in one that has like 500 times that and see how many times people can break it. I mean, that would still be... That'd be pay to win, but, you know, something different. I could not imagine. Imagine if they did something like, who can catch the most fish? Oh my gosh. Don't give them that idea, but still. Get 1 point for every 100 fish you catch. I don't know. I have high hopes, though, that the next one's going to be good. This one is pretty good, too, and it incentivizes you to play an early grind, which hopefully we're going to get better for it. I have not actually done them. I still have level 2 to do. When I get my Titanics, I'll have level 2 done, but I'm not going to do level 3. And the only reason I'll have level 2 done is because I bought the plushies. Like, the small ones. Unlike most people, I don't really just buy the DLC for the DLC itself. I buy it because, you know, we like it. Like, my kids love the Titanic plushies. I like the plushies too. They're not bad. I think the small ones are kind of crazy at $10 a piece. But the ones you can get at Target that are 20 are really nice. But those are the only ones I bought. It's kind of funny because like 3 people asked me that, and 2 out of 3 said, well, why don't you have it done? And I'm like, because I don't spend money? You see, you know what I'm talking about. Now, I wasn't just spewing a bunch of crap when I said they're really comfy. My daughter steals the fawn all the time. The only one that doesn't get a lot of love is the tie-dye Titanic cat. And once we get the new one in March or April, it's gonna get it. Because basically, I believe the tie-dyes were the last one before they switched. Or maybe it was the one after. I can't remember if there was another one in between that. The Capybara and Lucky might have been. But shortly after that... Yeah, that's pretty cool. Shortly after that is when they changed to the new supplier. And the new supplier is great. I really like them. I'm going to turn this down just a little bit so it's in the back. Hey, Axel, how you doing? I turned on auto-clicker. But yeah, I'm really excited. And I really think it's nice what Big Games did, because they did not have to do it with replacing all of the Titanic plushies with the new model. Or I guess new models works, but I thought that was actually really cool. Because they're literally giving us a free Titanic. And you've seen the box. People are like, oh, well, it can't be that big. And, you know, it's pretty big. I found it kind of funny because when I got the last one, the guy knew who Big Games was. And when he dropped it off, he literally said, "Did you get a Titanic plushie?" And he was like, "I wasn't able to get one." It was kind of cool to actually have a quick conversation with him. He was pretty nice. I'm sitting at 64 right now. I kind of slowed down this weekend. I did a lot of trading on Saturday, and I lost track of time. I was really gonna fuse, but I ended up trading till like 2:30 in the morning. I'm like, oh shit. But I'm sitting at 64. Oh yeah, the box is huge. Sawyer likes this. I got a pinata. That's like $100,000 right now. But the box is huge. Sawyer loves sitting in it. Which ones are you stuck at by chance? There's some of them that you're not going to be able to potentially do depending on your thing. I'm going to reset this really quick. Like, I'm kind of in a rough because unlike most people, I have the harder achievements done because I grind so much. This one I'll have done. This one I'm working on right now and I'll get it done. I might go for this one, but we'll see. If I go for that, that'll put me at 72. But like the daycare, I can't finish that one. Fish is no issue. I'll get both of those. The claim 1,500 free gifts. I don't know if that one was possible. I did take like 2 weeks off. This fuse machine is the most hardest one. Even if you macro it, it's so annoying. And for some reason, if you're on the Roblox player, like when you see my alt is in the corner, that one is running on the Microsoft Store one, and it works fine. They fixed the issue that it had with crashing on the last update they did, but when they did that update, the Roblox player is now having issues, and it's just like we can't win. And then of course I have merch, and I won't go for this one. I won't go for this one. I'll get this one when I get my 2 Titanics. And then I'll have this one done. I'm not going to go for this one. Like I was telling Master to this one, once you've played for so long, there was no point to buy. Same thing with this. I stopped buying after I hit max level. Yeah, the free gifts, I don't think I can get it at all just because I took like a week off of playing after update number 1 and number 2. Just because it was around the busy time with work, so I really didn't have a choice. I don't know if it'd be worth it to buy a Gargantuan cat, and I really don't think at this time they're going to try to introduce something like that, because they would have to really work on power scaling, because Titanics are already pretty overpowered. If they added in a new one, it would just completely mess everything up. You know, honestly, the big chest one, I wouldn't worry about it because even if you were grinding it out, it's really not that good. And I don't think you're gonna have to worry about getting those extra points. Chestbreaker Daycare, vending machines, balloon pop, and pinata. So the pinata one, your best bet with the price of pinatas right now, because they're worth 2, whether it's a bug or intended, is to get in a group and do it with your clan. And everyone contribute to it because it's expensive and people are taking advantage of it. Most pinatas are going for 150k. Hey, okay, Master. You know, when we talked about the chest, I said not to worry about it because it's a pain in the ass to do, and you can macro it. Okay, you can. But at the time, there was really no reason to. Okay? I'll eat my words that I told you like a month ago. Because a month ago, we had no use for it. There are a lot of people who wanted to grind out Chestbreaker, and apparently there was a macro made a while back. But I don't know. I'm always hesitant to download macros I don't make myself. It's kind of weird. 60 million diamonds is a lot. 500 for 60 million though. That's like, because they're going for 100k. It's a little bit of an L now, depending on when you sold them. But also at the same time, you can't stress it because you didn't have control over it. It's like magic shards. No one knew that magic shards were going to be so in demand. And there were people who were paying 20 million per 1,000 because they wanted to get it done. That's why charm stones started to go down in price too. You can't always foresee the future. Like, it's the best way to put it. And we all do kind of want to hoard stuff. Like, I give a lot of players in the Discord who are newer stuff, like flags, pets, potions, enchants, and I think I probably gave away like 25,000 potions of lower tiers just so they could work on their quests and everything beforehand. And now I'm kind of like, wow. Only $20 million? You know, the saddest thing is there's probably NFTs that really cost that too, that we could get right now. I can't believe NFTs. I can't. I can't. I'll get some hate if he's in here because he lurks. But one of my other mods. Bye, Master. I hope you have a good night. Don't stay up too late. Yeah, you're an hour ahead of me. It's already 12:30. I can't sleep. That's why I'm working on this. I'm not going to macro fishing tonight, though, with how quickly I'm doing it right now. This is kind of my test run. But thanks for stopping in. I hope you have a good day tomorrow at school. But yeah, there probably are plenty that cost more. One of my mods, though, and we won't say who it is, he made a buck ton on NFTs, and he tried getting us in. If you go through the Discord, you might see some of his messages, but I can't remember if it was in his Discord or one of our mutual friends. But he made like $250,000 on NFTs. Pet simulators of NFT farming? No, do not compare it to that right now. Don't. Nice. Sorry, Axel. It's just kind of hard to look back and forth with it. I'm running this on my monitor. It's kind of weird. I have my work setup also integrated with my streaming setup, so yeah. Sometimes I miss stuff. 71's really good. 71 is what I'm aiming for. If I really grind it, I could probably get 72 or 73. Hey, look, I got a shard. What? I don't play Blox Fruit. I don't know what that means.
It's the best fruit to farm in First Sea, which is where I am.
Chat, if you play Blox Fruit, explain that to me, please. I don't play Block Fruit.
Blox fruits.
I got poop. 73 is really good. Likewise, if you need anything, let me know. I don't have any pinatas. Um, we've been trying to get pinatas, and Angel spent so much time in the plaza and was able to get quite a few of them. So that was good, but like, pinatas are so hard to come by right now. And what irritates me the most is because, like, 2 days before the clan war started, I used over 500 just to like get my gifts up because I thought the update was coming, and I wanted to do a mass opening of like 35,000 gifts. Yeah, long story short, if I would have known that you could get pinatas in those, I would have probably opened some, but now you can't. It sucks. Okay. I'm gonna come up with a thing for this, okay? The big collectible ones have numeric IDs and being sold for it. Oh my god. I can't argue that. Literally, Pet Simulator is just an NFT farming sim when you really think about it. We're going and buying items, and we're getting them in real life, and then we enter them in the games. Oh my gosh. Why'd you have to do this? Now I'm gonna think about it all the time. Alright, Axel. I'll see you when you come back. I'll probably go for like another 20 or 30 minutes tonight. I mostly wanted to test fishing and then try to get into emotion in doing this. I wanted to start earlier, just... My daughter decided to catch my microwave on fire tonight. So yeah. Yeah, Mikado, I have a new microwave now. I had to go buy one because she caught it on fire. Yes, she caught it on fire. So, you know how you can buy those little meals at Walmart? And, you know, they're like chicken nuggets and everything like that. Okay, now here's where the story gets good. So, on the back of the chicken nugget, it was misprinted. And it actually says 13 minutes to 1 minute and 50 seconds. So Emily, reading it and knowing that our microwave was stronger, put it in for the first one and put it in for 13 minutes. And it was near the end of the day, so I'm working on my reports at work. And she just comes in shortly after I start smelling it, and it caught on fire. And I'm just like, are you kidding me? I was. And the funniest thing ever is that Gabe actually, when he closed the door, the light ended up breaking on it. So it worked out in reality. But it's still frustrating. Where are we at now? 201. So you can do 110 minutes. Oh man, I'm not even going to macro this. I'm just going to do it by hand. I like being a mad lad. No, there's a gift. No, I missed the gift. Cannot believe that. I missed the gift. Is it still there? It is. Nice. I have 3 pinatas to donate to the cause. But yes, it is true. We got a new one, and I was looking to get one anyway, so it worked out. Gift or gift? That's a good question. Can I just call it gift? And we'll just call it that and say that it's pronounced gift. I clicked on it. There it goes. Funny enough, too, because you did bring up NFTs and with IDs and everything, I was really happy. So I invested in Diamond Cat, like, shortly after they thought it was going to go limited. And I held it for like a week, and I made 170 million diamonds on it as profit. I was able to pick up a decent one for White Balloon, and I also picked up a Blue Balloon with a signature, and both are charmless. Angel gave this one to me. Shout out to Angel. But I picked both of these up, for 375 million, which is really, really good. And I'm really glad that I was able to, because it's a good investment. I keep wanting to try to get another blue balloon, or better yet, another white balloon, just because they're really good pets. There is a red one, actually, yes. The red balloon is not that rare, though, so they're easier to come by. There's several. There's also a blue, there's a blue one that's a dragon, 150,000. Oh my gosh, you would. Did you see my Poseidon Corgi army? I don't have you on Twitter, do I? I made an army out of those, and I bought 2 more. Welcome back, Axel. So, if you're curious, if you're doing fishing, if you just sit here and do it, you can get about 100 done in 10 minutes. So you should be able to roughly do like 600 an hour. It's a lot quicker than macroing it. All right, it's going to take time, but you don't have to do it all at once. Yeah, that's what I thought. I didn't know if you twittered or not. But I don't know. I really like the Poseidon Corgi. And you can find them charmless too, so they're really nice. So slow. Give me that fishing rod. I never jumped on this craze like everyone did with Poseidon Corgi. I put Gabe on it, but just... he didn't have any luck. He didn't get any. You have no... Mystery Skulls. You have a follower, though. I pissed off my Twitter followers like 3-4 weeks ago. You managed to get 2 of the Poseidon Corgis? Nice. That's good. I'm kind of upset they nerfed it. Like, you know, let us have huges, because this is the way that I see it. And I was free to play for like the first 2 months I had this game. Maybe about a month. But in that first month, I was able to go from a free to play to 3 huges, just because I've always been good at trading in games and flipping stuff, looking at like values and everything. So I just got really good at it. But I think that there needs to be more ability for other people to get huge bets. It doesn't just always have to be the rich, because, and this is where I hate like trying to explain this and like have this conversation, because everyone's like, oh, you just want it so you can get more. And it's like, well, no, I want it to be more versatile and easier access to other people, because other people deserve it too. Like, you know, we're kind of at that stage where there's so many millions of huge pets that the value is always going to be there on the rare ones, like White Balloon, Blue Balloon, Neon Twilight, Angelus, Berserker in this game. Trying to think about older ones, Inferno Cat, and then like some of like the mid-tier ones, like the rainbows and the shinies of different ones. They're always going to have value, but putting in another million Happy Rocks isn't really going to curve the value on the other huges. It might lower it a little bit, but it's not going to kill it like people think. It's like whenever I'm listening to people in the Discord talk about like deflation and inflation and try to explain economics, it's like you're explaining the strong you don't understand. And then like the biggest argument is always a bunch of kids make the values on this game, and it's like most of the people who are trading are not kids. Like most of the people who do trading and do it well are teenagers. God damn it, Mikado. It's not NFT bro talk. No. But oh my god, I'm never gonna get that out of my head now. I'll read that in just a second too. I forgot what I was gonna say now. You brought up NFT again, because this is kind of like NFTs. But I think that that's any Roblox simulator, to be honest, too. I don't know if a bunch of the other like ones have stuff like that. There we go. Wait, really? That is really cool. So not only was he interested in buying something from you and having you make it, he shouted you out and followed you. Like, the closest I've gotten to that, like, outside meeting someone famous in, like, real life and actually meeting them, was when I posted a video of Sawyer, Gabe, and Emily dancing, and Jonathan Young, whose song they were listening to, he liked it, retweeted it, and commented on it. And I was just like, what? I did not expect that. That's like the closest I've gotten. Like, I've talked to a lot of different ones over time, like Roblox creators and stuff like that. Going way back when Markiplier used to live stream, back when his first channel was around, he would talk to us all the time and telling people, yeah, we used to talk to Markiplier all the time, and he'd like actually have full-on conversations with us. And they're like, what? And it's like, people don't understand now. He can't do that. He's famous. He has 30 plus million subscribers. 425. It's not possible to talk to everybody. But outside Jonathan Young recently, Markiplier is probably the big one. Toboscus? What is that? Gotta jump again. I should know this, and I probably don't. Tabusisk. Oh, I tried doing it with one hand and I failed. There we go. Wait, what? That's cool. So, one good thing to, like, let you know, Axel, it definitely is harder to hatch a huge in this game, and it's gonna come down to RNG. It's gonna come down to RNG regardless, and sometimes RNG is nice to you. Like, let me do this really quick. I know the timer's running, but this was, like, the greatest thing I've ever done, and Power Max was, in the server. So, yeah. This was really cool. Because he was in the server the day this happened. I don't remember if he was in it at the time I hatched it. But sometimes I'll post it here too, because it probably looks really weird. But I got really lucky with that, and I got 2 huges within 4 minutes. Like, it was absolutely absurd. And I cut off the video, but, like, everyone in the server was still talking about it for, like, 10 minutes. And I'm like, okay, I know I got lucky. So basically, in PSX, you only had 8 hatch. So you had less eggs. But the chances to hatch huges were definitely higher. So it's kind of hard to say what the huge odds are, because to my knowledge, at least, there's been no official source that's actually said it. Odds can be changed per the developers as they see fit, anything like that. Like, the Poseidon Corgi's numbers were something that we had, and that's really about it. But, like, we can rough estimate and say it's like 1 in 30 or 1 in 50 million, but we don't have the numbers. But we had them in X. And in X, they were much lower. They were like, I think some of them could get down to like 2 million, roughly. It's been so long since I've looked them up. But even with 8 hatch, it was still often, because you go through the animation, it was about the same length of time. Even with less, you were still able to get them. And I hatched probably about 2 dozen huges in the 6 months that I was playing. Outside of, like, getting that 1 peacock, and then I got another peacock shortly before I stopped playing PSX. But in PS99, I've only hatched 5 total, and they were all during the clan battle. I hatched 4 really quickly, and then I got 1 like right as it ended. So I don't know if that one counted on the actual thing. But what's crazy is that I got 2 of them within 4 hours, maybe 5 hours. But yeah, even as free to play, or not free to play, sorry, even as pay to win, getting huges in this game is pretty difficult. Like, once you get to a point where you're grinding, you can get them relatively easy with grinding and selling. But if you take out like flipping and doing everything out of that, that involves a trading plaza, it's a lot to get 1 huge. It's here again. I wonder if there's a time limit on this. Because that's the second... Uh-oh. That's the second time 1 spawned there. Kind of curious. Since we're already here, we'll just work backwards. Yeah. Honestly, a lot of people are hatching in the clan battle, but there's a number of people who do multi-account. Some of them have the game pass, some of them don't. I know there's at least 2 people that have 5 accounts that have the game pass, which is just... I think it's absurd to spend that much money, but that's my opinion. And if someone wants to spend that money, let them spend their money. Like, at the end of the day, it's their money. But there's some people like that who hatch 2 or 3 a night just because they have so many accounts. But I personally stopped hatching after the clan battle because they broke magnet flags. And with magnet flags broken, I don't see a point to grind because, you know, super drops. I picked up super drops because everyone was talking about it. And I'm like, okay, I'll give it a try. I got the Robux left over from my latch purchase. And best game pass in the game. Even though they nerfed it, still the best. It's absolutely absurd, the stuff that you get. It comes down to how fast your hard work... God damn it. It's kind of crazy because if your computer runs faster, you're going to hatch faster, which is pretty much the same thing. Mikado, I swear to God, stop comparing this to NFTs. I'm never going to view Roblox the same. Making me cry. I know what I'm going to do in my downtime tomorrow, though. Fish. There we go. But yeah, I just think there needs to be more ability for other players to get huges and not just like them be limited to like gyms and have such a low chance rate to hatch. Like, I get why they do it. They don't want the market flooded with a bunch of huges, and they don't want people to multi-account and get like 20 or 30 a week. But there's going to be people that do that, and there already is. I mean, one of my friends in PSX had 12 accounts. He ran an entire server, and all of them had 8A catch and magical eggs, and that's all that he did. He had a script that would come up, and it would just jump and hatch. Okay, there it goes. It got stuck. It would jump and hatch, and in that game, the magnet game pass like actually worked. So you would put your pets on the giant chest because the areas were different. So they were basically like straight shots, and you did the same thing you did with buying them. And then halfway through, usually in most areas, there'd be a giant chest, and at the end, there'd be another giant chest. So basically, you'd grind little ones until you got to the giant chest, and then the giant chests in PSX make these ones look like they're nothing. Like, they took a lot of work to break. And it was even more horrible in hardcore. But let's not talk about that. Hardcore was tragic. So you could set your pets on there a week, and then you could actually give them enchants, which I thought was really cool. And you could remove it on certain pets. I don't want to go too in depth and confuse you, but like the coin currency changed via worlds. So the in-game currency was doodle coins. Yeah, doodle coins. So you would put cartoon coins. I apologize, cartoon coins. You'd put Cartoon Coins 5, which gave you like 100 or 120% boost on the coins that you got, and you put it on your pets, and then just set them on the chest and let it do all night. And the eggs where you could hatch like the Doodle Fairy and the Doodle Cat were so cheap, you didn't have to worry about it. You wouldn't run out. Oh, I can afford the Sapphire Rods. Sweet! The current state of Roblox makes you already want to cry. I can't comment on that, though, because even though I've been playing Roblox since, like, a few years after it came out, granted, I did take a very long time off when I lost my first account and only started playing again because of Gabe. But I don't remember it. Like, I remember Bee Swarm Simulator and grinding the hell out of that game. Like, Bee Swarm Simulator was my life after work for a little while. Just came home and played it. Got my little bees up, built my hives. A third-rate duelist with a fourth-rate dex and playing Blox Fruit. Gabe wants me to play Blox Fruit. He's had me been playing Strongest Battleground, and I don't understand that game very well. Like, he didn't explain it or anything. He was just like, I'll do this to you, and then he attacks, and it's like, okay. And then I start winning. He gets upset, and he's like, no, you can't do that. That's spamming. And I'm like, it's not spamming. Like, it's just playing the game. I haven't played it yet. I told Gabe I'd play it with him tomorrow night because he's been asking me. I'll play it on my alt while this fishes. Or while this grinds probably something else. Yo, I got a lucky block. Sweet. I never played VR chat, no. I think VR chat requires an actual, like, VR headset. So, the way my eyes are, and I feel really bad saying this, I cannot play VR. It sucks. You don't need a headset? I thought you needed a headset. Oh. Well, then I now have to go in about, like, how bad my eyes are. VR just strains them out so much. It gives me motion sickness. Oh, I didn't know that. I'd never had any friends or anything that played VR chat. I had a few friends who played Roblox and everything. And, oh god, who was that big YouTuber who used to play Bee Swarm Simulator when it first came out? I forget, but he was like a top player in it. That's what got us started playing it. But I never had any friends that played VR chat, so I never got into it. I think I will, because it sounds like on Twitch, one of my mods plays it too. He does. Oh my gosh. I don't know, maybe I'll give it a try. I have such a big category of stuff I gotta do. This clan battle also came out at a crappy time, because I still have to finish my Skies run. Oh my god, Mikado, were you in here for that? Oh, I don't think you were. I don't think I told you. I missed one chest on my Skies of Arcadia 100% run. And I didn't find out till 28 hours into it. And I reviewed... I think I told you. Yeah. I reviewed like 6.5, 7 hours worth of footage where all the chests were, and I lined up all the notes. I can't figure out which one it is. So, yep. 28 hours of my life gone. And then I'll never get back. Like most video games. I mean, it was good practice, but like, that's the first like emotional heartstring I've really had pulled. I think the only other time I've been that upset is when I was on pace for like a 325 SMRPG speedrun, and I killed it the same way that I killed the previous one that was really good. I went into Smithy and I mixed up the equipped, so Gino was too slow. No, Peach was too slow. No, too fast, sorry. So she was going and healing before Smithy attacked versus after. And I killed the run. I did that twice on 2 of my best paces. Made me so sad. We'll give it a go sometime, though. We'll see what it's about. While we're fishing, though, since you brought up wanting to get so many balloon cats, Mikado, here, let me maximize this really quickly. I have a problem. I have a problem. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One of these does not belong. 7, 8. Oh, go back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I have 11 now. Uh-oh. Let me just close that a little bit. Sorry, y'all. I have a problem, though. And I think I have another one on this account now. I don't know. I really like them. I really like their design. It's the Corgi. It looks like the regular Corgi. And then it has, like, the Poseidon Trident. I don't know. It's a really nice design. There's a lot of pets on here that are really cool that just get overlooked. And then you have some like Popcat that are just like so overpriced. Even though they are cool. I don't know. I can't imagine because there's so many pets that have like a third the exist that aren't even worth like half of what Popcat is. And I swear, if you compare it to an NFT, again, I'm gonna lose my sanity. I'm already losing my sanity fishing as it is. I'm waiting for it because I know you're gonna do it. You're gonna literally compare it and say like, this is the premium version of the Corgi. It's gold. Look at that. You got under my skin. I messed up my fishing. All right, here we go. None that time. I guess it is just random. I really want to try to find a way to like understand how the balloon spawns, because it would make grinding that achievement so much easier. Because honestly, I don't think unless you're exploiting, you're going to be able to get that one without like a lot of server hopping and a lot of grinding. Like, it's possible because there are people who legitimately grind a chest breaker, you know, more power to them. But I think it's like 10,000, no, maybe it's 5,000. It's outrageous though. 19. Hours reset. So now we go here. Hoverboard, jump. Daycare's not ready. 39. Chestbreaker is a good one to grind, and it's a whoa, a rainbow flag. That's a really good one, actually. Cannot believe I just brought 3 blast enchants. I'm gonna like just pretend that never happened. We cut that out. This one's almost done. Frost Mountain. Just like I can't believe I bought all these snowballs. I can live a little bit better now at night too, considering you said it was an illusion. That means it's not true, and you just put it in my head. So it doesn't exist, and it's in my head. But yeah, for Chestbreaker, the best thing to do is just combine it with another achievement. Like when you're fishing, do it every 10 minutes. Or just combine it with like coin jars. Do a coin jar in an area that's near it, and then like let your pets AFK on it if you have it. If not, bring them with you. And then just break them. That's why I have the speedrun timer going. Every 10 minutes, just go through and do it. And do a rotation. Really quick, really easy. kind of mad that I didn't buy the diamond rod when I had a chance. I could have bought one pretty cheap. The guy was selling it for like 11 million, and I didn't take it because I honestly just said I'd have no use for it. I'm gonna try not to do any more purchases. I only have 2 pets that don't have double glittering. The illusion of it just being a game. No, that's okay. You can use it. I know it's a lot. Like it's a lot. It's like 11 million. No, actually, it's like 13 now. I know the shovel has been up there like in rap. It's kind of crazy. Because with the clan battle, you would think that more people would be fishing compared to like in the dig site. But people want that fossil dragon because the wrap is still 60 million. I do appreciate the offer. If you get the fishing done, potentially, but I don't know. I would just feel really bad. The one like funny thing is that my son got a golden fishing rod from the merchant like 2 days before the new update came out that released all the new fishing rods and everything, and I'm like, well, you finally got a golden fishing rod. And yeah, it's worthless. Wait, what? I haven't done the dig site or fishing site. I've been mostly like grinding stuff in the game. I haven't done the mini games. I did not know that. That's crazy. It doesn't? Wow. Wait, did that really work? It did like twice in a row. So you just get down to the bottom where the magic is, and then you can't go to it, right? Because those are the layers that have the chest for the skeleton dragon, right? The enchant build? Yeah, it's pretty simple. I alternate between 2 of them. I was supposed to make a video on it and just I let it get pulled away. I keep it relatively simple. Oh, well, this is my alt account and it's free to play, so it doesn't have it. Hold on. But all those are my pets. Sure. Let me do this really quickly. I'm really ahead on fishing. So there's a few different ones. Before I got super drops, I would run double diamonds, double crit, double treasure hunter, a strong pet, and then I have to run magnet. So because my team has over 100 glitterings, I have to do it. I get like 1.1 to 1.25 million an hour because of glittering. That team down there that's been doing that started a little bit before I started streaming, and it's still getting about 600,000 an hour. Oh no, yeah, about 650,000 an hour on that free to play account. No, so they don't have diamond charms. So all of my pets have, besides this one, this one's my son, and then a few of these rainbows I bought early don't. I've been slowly working out and replacing it. All of them have double glittering. So I mean, it's absurd. Like, give me 1 second actually, and let me show you. So I recorded this earlier, and I have to stay on top of it, but pull it up really quickly. I slept on glittering for so long too. I probably lost like 300 plus million diamonds sleeping on it. All right, this is gonna be kind of wonky. Don't get too mad at me. So this wasn't a video that I was making. It needs to be finished, but this is my display number 2. This was my team before I fixed it. Let me move this really quickly out of the way because you'll be able to see it. So the team before I finished it completely was making around 950 to 970 an hour. So my base team makes around 600,000 an hour breaking before glitterings, and then swapping them out and upgrading the regular Heges to all gold because gold Heges do more was making about 675, 700. And then as I started to add more glittering, that's how I was able to break the million. So on a low hour with like no boost, no enchants, it makes about 1.5 million, or not 1.5, but 1.05 million roughly. It's kind of crazy. Oh my gosh, that video got so distorted there for a second. But yeah, I tested a few of them. Let me go forward. What did this one check? Oh, I apologize. This was when I was testing enchant builds with chest mimics, but the team still gets that an hour. So what I figured out to do is that if you're gonna go for like an all glittering team, if you really want to break that threshold of like 800,000 plus an hour, you have to run magnet. There's there's nothing around it. You'll lose so much. Like just look at this. These ones getting stuck up here is the time I've been talking over 2,000 gems. That's just sitting there that got stuck. That happens all the time without magnet. If you're wanting like a good enchant loadout and you have a stronger team, then what you can do so always go with double crits no matter what. I like using strong pets just because it increases your base damage that you do. 2 treasure hunters, and this is going off at 8. I have another guide that's free to play. And then I run double diamonds. I haven't tested this with a diamond 6 book, and I have not tested it with a fortune book. There's just a lot of people out there who know that diamonds degrade. It's same thing like every other enchant. If you put on 5 coins, they're going to degrade. You're not going to get as much boost. A lot of people say to use 2 diamonds, 1/7, 1/6, and a fortune, or 1/7 and a fortune compared to using diamond 6 because they share the same name in quotations. They degrade, but we just don't know that. And that's kind of something that I wish that big games would have transparency on and let us know, like, hey, if you combine these stats, then you lose 20%. And most players are probably like, well, I don't care about that. But from people who like actually want to know how stuff works and figure out how to do it better to help other players, those stats are amazing to have. So what I do is I go 2 criticals, 2 treasure hunters, strong pets, and then I use 2 diamonds. I'm just clicking that one because it's there. And then I have to run a magnet with my team. What I was doing before I got the glitterings, I would occasionally swap in speed. Now, people sleep on this enchant and think that it doesn't mean anything. Watch this. Let's take off speed. And you can see they're going okay. Put on speed. Did I put on lucky eggs? Yeah. Look how much faster they're going. And the faster they go, that means that you're going to do more damage. Aha. That's what I thought. So, Super Lightning was great. If you got Super Lightning early, like some of us did, who actually like wanted to grind out the quest, Super Lightning was spectacular. They nerfed Super Lightning. It's still pretty good, but it's not as good as it used to be. And that's kind of sad because not many people like actually got to like experience how good Super Lightning was when it first came out. It was really good. Like it would break multiple items around you every single time you clicked it, and it would trigger like 1 out of 3 times. I'm not trying to put down what you're saying with it. I'm just saying like before it was nerfed, it was like really good. I hate that they nerfed it. But Super Lightning is a pretty good one. I think the issue that I have with my team is that it's so big and so strong because there's so many golden huges on it now that I break everything so fast that there's nothing for it to tap. But with a medium-sized build, I think it works out really well. And you can make use of it. What I noticed, and I tested this for about 8 hours, that video that you saw where I was getting that much stuff and everything, that was me testing Chest Mimic, Lucky Blocks, and Treasure Hunter. So I checked all of that. Where'd this go? I'm going to go ahead and remove this really quick. So there we go. I know that some people like it the other way, where it like fills up the full screen. I personally don't, and I just like when I make a video out of it, I just take it off. That's just me. But I forgot what I was gonna say now. I'm sorry. Yeah. But what I noticed is if you have super drops, Chest Mimic is actually hurting you. You're getting more drops, and I'm thinking of a way to explain this. So with Chest Mimic, you're going to get about 30% extra drops. And you're probably like, well, you're saying you're getting 30% drops. Why are you saying it's bad? With super drops, you get less with it. Now, they did nerf it slightly, like a week ago or so. Maybe it was a little bit longer. So you get less of like the tier 7 enchants. But when you're running Chest Mimic, you're going to get more items. Yes. But you're getting lower tier items. So when I ran it for an hour, I was getting mostly like level 2, level 3 potions. And then when I was running it without Chest Mimic and Lucky Block, not at the same time, but separately, I was getting more of tier 4, tier 5, tier 6. And I think that what does it is that when you put the Lucky Block or the actual chest down itself, same thing with the Comet, it takes up an area that breakables cannot spawn. So what happens is that, yes, you're getting more items, but you're stuck to those items that are in the pool of the breakables. So, like, if the Massive Comet can only drop up to, like, level 4, you break the Massive Comet, you're only going to get level 4 enchants or level 4 potions. When you look at it in the same retrospect, let's say that Lucky Block, well, that was Lucky Block. Let's say that Chest Mimic was locked to level 2 and level 3. You're only going to get tier 2 and tier 3 enchants and potions. And it's taking up your spawn area to break your regular ones, which can drop anything from tier 1 all the way up to tier 7 with super drops. So that's what I think it does, personally. I know there's some people who swear by it and use it every single night. And, you know, it's on them if they want to do that. But from the 3 nights that I used it, yes, I got more items, but I always got lower tier items. And I think that's a good trade-off. But I do agree with what you said with using Chest Mimic already. I got that, it was probably around Christmas. I'm just going to go with around Christmas, which is what I said in the Discord, because I had it a few weeks before my birthday. A huge a day is a good thing. It really is. It's not excessive, especially when you get like up to that good level. It's not. A huge a day is a good goal, in my opinion. And I like I said, I'm sorry, I wasn't trying to come off negative with it, but it's just Chess Mimic is so expensive and everyone says to live by it and they just don't really. I'll be blunt and I might upset some people with this, but I think that people who have a lot of followings will put out stuff and then just people will hear it and they'll live by it. Oh my gosh. Mikado, if you come in with an NFT scam, I swear I'm gonna. But yes, it's not like a shot at any of the big creators or anything. But let's say that a creator with 500,000 subs does say something, then more people are going to be like, this is what we got to do. This is what we got to do. This is what we got to do. I was telling people since before Christmas to buy gold exclusives, buy shiny exclusives, buy gold and shiny exclusives when they were cheap. And they're like, no, you don't know what you're talking about. Rainbow is the way to go. And then I told people, like, whenever they post, like, did I win with this shiny? And I'm like, yeah, that shiny's stronger. And they're like, no, Rainbow's the strongest. And I'm just like, okay. But yeah. I did too. I did the same thing. I bought the Chess Mimic when it first came out to test it and use it. And I used it up in my team until I got super drops. And then when I got super drops, I took it out. And then I was like, wow, this is really good. And I left it out. And then when people started having it rise and everything and talking about, oh, it's so good again, I'm like, okay, I'll give it a chance. And I was like, what? I don't know. I saw the big difference. And I'm still kind of mad because with Lucky Block, I had like 3 or 4 of them. I picked them up cheap in the trading plaza. And I sold them all. And then everyone was like, Lucky Block's insane. Get Lucky Blocks. And it got patched so quickly. I never got to take advantage of it. So sad. It's kind of like you haven't played PSX, but in PSX, when they did an update to the Diamond Mine, the way that breakables worked with multipliers was kind of like potions, except there wasn't a max that you could hit. So your 22 pets, if they all had royalty and they all had diamonds 5 or minimally royalty, the way the ticks worked, you would get more stuff with it. And you would just be able to compound that. And at the time, Titanics were like 6 trillion, I think. And there were people who in one night, were able to get like 3 or 4 trillion, depending on how many accounts they had running. Yes, I know. I missed out on the Poseidon Corgi. Oh my gosh. You know what? That's why I have 15 of them now. Okay, I have like 12, but still. I got a really good deal last night in the plaza, though. No, Sunday morning in the plaza. I picked up the 2 rainbow corgis, and they were both 48 million. I really wanted a shiny one, but I don't know if it's in shiny. But I could not pass that up. I had the gems, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do this. But what I'm gonna do for the time being is, I'm not gonna spend any more gems on buying anything, unless like a rapid deflation comes. That's the only way I'm gonna buy, because my team's done. I want to save them. I've been someone who's spent them constantly, and I'm to the point now in this game where I want to try to like buy and flip more valuable huges compared to, you know, flipping rocks or flipping like corgis or something like that, you know, the lower tier ones, even getting up to like Cosmic Agony. I want to try to actually like get more white balloons. It feels weird to say that. I did do my very first ever Titanic trade, which I don't know. So with what everyone was wanting Corgi for, they're like, oh, it's kind of an L, but it's kind of like, well, if no one's trading it, then, what are you going to do? Because I gave like 20 million over the value, but I also traded an Angelus too. And Angelus has the issue where it's a nice pet. Angelus is one of my favorites, but they're really hard to trade because their wrap is just, it's at a really high level, and there's so few of them that exist, and a lot of them are in the hands of people who don't want to trade them. Like, I'm surprised that someone actually got a hold of a Golden Angelus and they're trying to trade it right now, because you never see them on the market. Personally glad I just don't have it anymore, as much as I miss it. 5 pinatas? Nice. I got a lucky block earlier. That's the best I've gotten. I did get really lucky. This kid in the plaza, it was a new account, was selling 3 pinatas for like 60,000 under wrap. I traded him and I gave him a few tier 7 enchants, and he's like, why? And I'm like, well, you just sold me pinatas at a good price. Take them and sell them or use them. And he was like, oh my gosh, thank you. And I'm like, no, thank you. Like, you're not price gouging and charging almost twice what they're worth. Was there a shiny? Oh man, I'm gonna have to look for a shiny Poseidon Corgi. I didn't know there was a shiny. I'm gonna do one more rotation real quick, and then I'll probably end up going to bed. Just with how late it is. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. So come out, go down, 95. I like doing like this now too, because it lets you look for the gift. This is the only one you need to get stuff from. All the other ones are not that good. Oh, wait, you have a regular shiny scary Corgi? No way. You have a shiny scary Corgi. I know that sounds really weird, and I wasn't playing that time in PSX's life, but if it's the one that I think you're talking about, and I think you are talking about that one, it's like stupidly rare just because of the timing of when it was released. I want to make sure I understand this right. You have one of these? Wow. I mean, if you have the Titanic shiny, then that's already like amazing on its own. But like, if you have a shiny scary Corgi, you have one of the rarest or rarer shinies in this game. I've only seen it ever come up for sale one time, and it was like maybe 6 weeks ago. Holy shit! Where did you get it from? Wow. Wow. I want to see it sometime. That is insane. That was good progress. I want to see what we got really quick. So I started this as a fresh one, besides the chest, which we broke 25 of them. When I finish this one and I start working on this one, I'm probably going to have to server hop. I'm not going for chest break. I'm not going for it. It's not worth it. But 414 fish in an hour with talking and getting chest, I think that's really good. So ideally, you should be able to fish up around 500 an hour manually doing it. And I mean, yeah, manually does kind of suck, but there's only so many things you can do. You can't stress it too much. Also, chat, you're about to see like the biggest L trade ever. So I'm scamming myself. I do kind of wish we had that available like we did in PSX, where we could just like drag and drop and select everything, because it's rather time consuming on like bigger trades to do it like this. That's just my opinion. I know some people like this way because it's easier or it feels safer, but there's just sometimes I wish it was easier. 400k. All right, we're about to take the biggest L ever. I got 5 magic shards. I'm not going to complain about that. Every magic jar or magic shard is one that I can use to help. All right, chat. Did I get a win or a lose on that one? I think that was a win. Uh-oh. Did I miss one? Well, I think I missed one on the other team. I did. I missed one. Oh no. I missed one. This is really time consuming too. It is. But like when you put this much investment in your team, you gotta do it. Like when you get at least like 300,000 an hour from glittering, 350,000, that's just gems being lost that are being used for pay. But yeah, this is how fast this team farms. I'm gonna go back to using this really quick. I'm gonna take off the speed, and we're gonna go back to this loadout. That's free to play. Don't even ask me about that one. But yeah, it's pretty crazy. It does really good. I'm getting ready to end it. I'll be right back, though. Actually, I am going to just go ahead and end it really quickly. I got to go take care of something. So, sorry for the abrupt end. But I'll probably grind this more tomorrow. We'll see. Take care, everyone. Like I said, I got to go take care of